I have right here via Skype. You may recognize him from Hunger Games, Walking Dead, Anchorman 2, and he stars in Need for Speed coming out next month. Forget A-Rod, we got E-Raj, E. Roger Mitchell. Sir, how are you?
What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? Glad to be here. The snow, the ice is melting in Atlanta, so life is good. We did good this time.
Yeah, you guys got hit hard with, like, not really snow, but ice, the last few weeks. How's everything going there?
No, we're doing great. Yesterday was a good day. The sun came out, and we started melting really well. And today, it's like, we got some snow on the ground, but we're doing great, man. We're doing great. Yeah.
And you're doing pretty great. I mean, I'm looking at your IMDb, bro, and you got, the last year, Anchorman 2, The Walking Dead, and of course, Hunger Games Catching Fire. I mean, you played for a number of championship teams over this last year. I mean, what has this ride been like for you?
Yeah, 13 was pretty special. I won't lie. I mean, it started out like it always does, and then next thing you know, things just start happening and happening. And I mean, really, when you think back on Hunger Games, you think back on Walking Dead, you think back on Anchorman. Anchorman, I actually did shoot in 2013, but the other two films were shot in 2012. So it's like you kind of turned the corner going into 13, and then you got things like the Anchorman that came along, and like TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool, the Spectacular Now. A lot of those things happened in 2012 also. So it's been like a culmination of the 2 years, and then 13 continued to like ascend. So it's been, you kind of put your head down and you just keep running, man. Then if you take a break and look up and you're like, wow, all that happened, and you know it, but you're just kind of trying to work, man. That's what it's all about, trying to stay busy and staying sharp, staying visible. And next thing you know, you got all these things that have happened. So it's good to have somebody acknowledge me like you guys. So I appreciate it, man. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
And we appreciate the time. Now with Hunger Games, I mean, I would imagine it's taken your star to a totally different level. And being on all these big sets, these championship teams, I mean, you're a veteran of the game, but I'd imagine you're still learning things every now and then, right?
Dude, man. I guess we'll just deal with the games. All right, that's the most, man. Francis Lawrence, John Killick, executive producer, and all the wonderful people involved. Of course, Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson, and Jeffrey Wright. You got Lenny Kravitz, you got Woody Harrelson, and all the rest of us that hang out. Stanley Tucci. All that. It's like, wow, man. It really was. I've done a lot. I've been fortunate to be a part, of a lot of things over the years. I will say that, just to have a little piece of the action. But that one really, it was really mind-boggling, and also an honor to be on the team, man. And then actually got a chance to work for a good while on it, which was cool. Whatever you saw, we were there for a while. You know what I'm saying? But I did get some sugar. Happy Valentine's Day, to those who I got some sugar from. So, but that was cool. And then Walking Dead, man. First commercial back in 2010, I think. I was a fan from the beginning, before it aired, and it's like to be on that show. Like I told the producers, it's an honor. This is one of my biggest credits, and then I got the Hunger Games at the same time, sort of, so they kind of overlapped. But still, my Walking Dead, man, it's like, wow. So I'm still learning, still meeting really cool people, and glad to be in the game, man.
There's something you took away not only as an actor, but perhaps as a filmmaker that maybe you're going to apply down the road to your projects?
I've learned, be on time, have a good attitude, be ready, know your stuff, do your homework, and also be optimistic and keep a positive attitude, because it's all about the work ethic. I really believe. I think once there's a recognition that there is some talent, I'm going to use that loosely. There's some talent there. Okay, great. We got that part. Yeah, all right. Now we got to find a way to utilize that, and to also be efficient. And the work ethic is probably the most important thing for me, which means be ready, be on time, have a good attitude, There's usually a way to deal with any situation you run into while you're on set. If there's something that you need to get done or something that's missing, or that's easy. But at the same time, your talent is one thing, but your attitude will take you much further than your talent ever will. And I say that all the time. So I learned, well, it pretty much reinforced that, that you got to just, bring something good to the table, brother. If it ain't nothing but a smile, because it's easy to frown. But the smile, you come with it and you deal with it and you like endure, Nothing happened to make me go like, wow, what am I doing here, Um, it's about bringing something positive. For me, it's an energy business. Right? That's what I've learned, to continue or to reinforce the fact that your attitude or your work ethic is like foremost. And then you have your talent and whatever that may be, because that could be a lot of things. But it's about persistence and staying with it and being ready when the call comes, man. That's what it's all about.
Now, I interviewed Nick Gomez of The Walking Dead a couple months back.
Go,
And
Nick.
Tomas, yeah, and he was telling me for a while he had the misconception in Hollywood where it felt like to be a lead man or to be a star, you had to be a bit of a prick. And he said that his mindset changed when he got on The Walking Dead and he saw how Andrew Lincoln treated everybody and made everybody feel welcome. And I guess you were just talking about having a positive outlook on things. What was it like working with Andrew Lincoln in that whole positive environment in AMC?
I'm going to tell you about Andrew, what I know about Andrew Lincoln. A wonderful guy. He's human, of course, so I don't know everything, but he's a wonderful guy. And we worked together, during the lunch break when we were standing in line getting our food, okay? And he was getting the chicken and I was getting the chicken, and we said, okay, I'll give you the tongs, and we passed back and forth with the tongs. And he was like, basically, I didn't get a chance to work with him on screen, obviously, but we had a good time in the lunch line. And from that time, and briefly, I met him a couple of times before then in passing, because when I was shooting, he was off. But we did this really big circling of the wagons, because for the season finale and season 3, basically it was so special, man. They invited us all out to the basketball courtyard area of the prison that you see, or that those we see on the show. And we made this huge circle, man, of probably, I don't know, a couple hundred people or more. That encompassed the entire basketball court and the whole area. It was just amazing. You guys know it when you watch the show. And Andrew led us all in a word of prayer, and he also said, positive words about how he appreciated what was happening in his life. He appreciated The Walking Dead and all the components and all the people that play a part in it. And I just happened to be there for the season finale, thank goodness. And it was really amazing, the charisma, which is one thing, but the composure. And I really believe the sincere gratitude this man has for the blessing that he's had to be, The Walking Dead, but also as an artist, and how he appreciated every single person in that circle. And I'm being modest when I say I think it was at least a couple hundred people that we all joined hands, and it was this big circle. You could really, it was like a basketball court. And I really respect the fact that he's very gracious, and he doesn't take this for granted. And I really got that from him in the brief times that I spoke with him a few times. And I really believe that he appreciates where he is, and his contribution and the contribution of The Walking Dead to his life. So Andrew, for me, all jokes aside, and I've heard stories from other people that I know, friends of mine from the show, like Melissa McBride, Chad Coleman, Melissa Ponzio. These are friends of mine. So to be able to work with them also was an honor. But my man Andrew Lincoln, he's all right with me. He's a good guy, and he doesn't take this for granted, truly. And you can tell because he does a phenomenal job, man. So.
Yeah, definitely seems like a down-to-earth dude. And one scary dude in The Walking Dead is the governor. And obviously we saw...
That's my dude. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. And obviously, we saw what happened to the governor.
Yeah,
last season, but the
yeah.
dude like never dies. So I gotta ask you, my man, does the governor actually die, or do you think that somehow he's gonna find a way to come back from the dead and try to terrorize Rick and the crew again?
You know what? I think the governor may come up with something, man. 'Cause he had a lab going back in Woodbury. He was working on some stuff, man. He had some ideas going on. That guy, maybe, I don't know. But if anybody could come back normal, it would be him. David Morrissey is another superb individual, man. I wouldn't have turned my back on him as Paul. I wouldn't have done that. But, Eric Dickerson and the rest of the producers, you got, Nicotero. Like, dude, this is in the script. Turn your back. We're going to shoot you. But anyway, he's a great guy. David's a great guy. And if anybody could do it, I would say it'd be him. And Paul, because I think I'm out there somewhere, man. I think I'm out there.
We'll see you come back, man. Hopefully.
I know. Anyway, wishful thoughts.
and was it hard to keep a straight face when you were on set and Anchorman 2? I mean, it's just those guys seem so freaking funny, and obviously they're the pros of pros in comedy. But my God, I mean, I would imagine it's I don't know, when they're all joking around, it might be tough to remember your lines.
Once again, there were a few lines. Thank goodness. Thank you, Adam McKay. Thank you, thank you, Will, and the rest of the great people that make that happen, producers and all those fun people. But we had a day. We worked on the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner scene, and they allotted a day for it, and we had the privilege to sit there and also participate as artists, but to watch Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, who was back there in the kitchen somewhere yelling stuff out, telling us what to do. Camera's still rolling, and Magic Mike, who's on The Walking Dead, super cameraman, they're all there, and we watched those guys guess who's, they guess whose line's next, man. It was amazing, and it was hard because there was so much that was done that day that you didn't see. But it was brilliant, man, because there is a craft and there is a method to the madness when it comes to improvisation. I personally, and I guess it was probably about 6 to 8 of others had a chance to watch one of the best work. I will say 2 of the best because it was just Adam and Will. The rest of the guys were off that day. We took the whole day to shoot the scene. And how they bounced off of each other, and how they kind of got each other's rhythm. It was pretty magical. They've been working together for a very long time, and it was a pleasure to watch, listen, and be watching it because you're on camera while it's going down. They're masters, man. Truly, hands down. Will Ferrell. Superb. I keep saying good things about people because I really mean it. Will Ferrell's wonderful guy. Adam McKay, totally cool. But sitting there with Will was really a special moment because there is, like I said, there's a method to it. There's something. There's a goal in doing what he does and what they do. There's something they're trying to convey to the audience, to the population, to the people, to society. And Will kind of shared a little bit of that with us, and I was like, wow, it just made it all even more special to know where he was grounded, where his heart was, and why he does what he does, and how he does what he does, which is just simply brilliant, man. I was, once again, here I go. I'm just honored to be there, man. Just honored to be there, truly.
And the hits just keep on coming for you, man, because March 14th, we got Need for Speed in theaters.
Yeah, true.
Starring yourself and Aaron Paul. What was that like? And did you get behind the wheel in any of those crazy scenes?
Oh man, I wish, man. I think there should have been like a high speed chase. The cops, should have been chasing him, man. Yeah. Well, there were policemen, but they weren't detectives. Put it like that. So there's a little bit that we did, an interrogation scene with Aaron Paul, very intimate. And actually, I think it was Aaron's first day of shooting when he came in to do that, and it was practically the tail end or the end of his character's arc. And so the cool thing about it was he had to make a big, big journey and go somewhere really, really deep, which Aaron can do, uh, pretty effortlessly. But he knocked that out that day. So everything else after he shot that scene was like, psh, let's have some fun. So I heard him and the director talking. Him, Mike, the director, was talking about, okay, you got that out of the way. Now it's all uphill. It's all downhill from here. So Aaron came in, cordial, kind, prepared, um, and we came up with some good stuff, man. I think that's going to work. I saw a little bit of it in some ADR looping sessions, so I had a peek, and I enjoyed it. Once again, I popped up, and I was glad to pop up there to be a part of that group. My man Anthony was there. It was the two of us, and yeah, man, it was special. It was really special. That's coming up in March, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
How many times did Aaron Paul say the word bitch on set?
I don't think Aaron said bitch in on set, meaning the hot set. He might have said it, over there by Sound or Video Village, maybe. I was kind of hoping he would say it, but he didn't say bitch, and I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to get in trouble, get kicked out of there. So he didn't use the word.
Oh man, I was hoping for like Jesse Pinkman. You know what I mean? Like he's driving, and he goes, "Yeah, bitch." But
no, man, no. This was Jesse. This was Jesse coming to terms, with everything. And then there still probably would have been a bitch in there, but there was none. I think he did his homework. He's created a wonderful character for this film. He's a very thorough actor, and I didn't hear the bitch, but might have been a bitch somewhere. I just missed it. But it was great though, man. It was good. It's gonna be a hot little flick,
Definitely. March 14th, 2014. Yeah, this actually February 14th. It's a month from now. So there we go.
How about that? Happy Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Ladies, if you want your man to give you a late Valentine's Day gift, make him take you to see Need for Speed.
That's what's up. I agree, 100%. And a special happy Valentine's Day for me. And I really mean that to all the lovely people and the not so lovely people, whoever you are. Maybe they need more Valentines in their life. Happy Valentine's Day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. And, yeah, man, I'm smiling, so that's good.
Absolutely. Well, listen, man, we really do appreciate the time. Before we let you go, what other things you got on your plate, and where can fans find you online?
Online, you can find me at Twitter. You can find me Twitter. It's ERAJJ. That's ERAJJ // that is E Roger for real. But it's at EROJ. I didn't do EROG. I just thought I went for I sounded it out, EROJ. So it's ERAJJ at ERA. That's my Twitter. You can find me on IMDb ROGER. MITCHELL Roger Mitchell on Twitter. On IMDb. Facebook. You can find me at it's Eroj again. I've been doing the Eroj thing for a while. They're like, dude, you're supposed to be EROG. I'm like, that's Erog. I want to sound it out. Eroj. So Twitter and I say the IMDb. That's the way to find me, man. I'm not hard to find. I don't have a site, but I'm working on it, which will be erogermitchell.com. What's coming up next? Line of Sight project with AMC, starring Jeremy Renner. I pop up detective, trying to figure out what's going on. I got to see what the business is. And then there's this other thing called Line of Sight, and then there's Kill the Messenger. Kill the Messenger was Jeremy. Line of Sight is with David Morrissey. Just they could get. Line of Sight is the AMC project. And,
you said David Morrissey, so Governor does live.
Yeah, that dude, man. It was so funny seeing him on set. He's like, I thought I killed you. I'm like, yeah, I did too. I thought, I know they're gonna get you sooner or later, But he's doing this thing called Line of Sight. It's a really cool project. And like I said, AMC is kind of spearheading that. And then Jeremy Renner's doing Kill the Messenger, which is based on a true story about a reporter for I think it was San Francisco, or I think it may be of the San Jose Inquirer, or San Diego. One of the newspapers over back in the day, he found out some information that he felt the public needed to know, and paid a very, very high price for it. So it's a very, very good film. Great script, and Jeremy is also a superb actor, great guy. So those are a couple things that have popped up. Maybe there's this thing called The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. We'll see what that does. That should be coming out next September also. Or this September, excuse me, also. So I got a few things to talk about. I like to save them so I can have something to talk about later. If I tell you everything, you didn't want to talk to me anymore. So then I got to keep trying to find something else to talk about. But those are 3 projects. Kill the Messenger, Jeremy Renner, Line of Sight, David Morrissey, and The Equalizer, starring Denzel Washington. Those are 3 projects coming up this year. And I got a couple independent films also that are in post-production. So that's what's up.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, sir.